Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. A lot of wrestling happened over this past week, so let's dive right into it. NXT had a PLE on the PEA cock. That's right, it's Heatwave 2024, the kickoff show. Yeah, I actually watched it, and wow,
I watched the kickoff show.
it was good. Carmen and Ariana versus JC and Jasmine. I put this on. Just getting my snacks ready, kicking back, crank up the AC, just, you know, jump on TikTok, whatever. But this was a coming out party for the hometown heroes, Carmen and Grace. By far their best match to date in NXT. Jasmine Nix dressed in Valentine's lingerie for some reason. Books
Mm-hmm.
Eaton over JC Jane.
Skeet.
Thanks to an assist from Grace, Carmen rolls up Jasmine for the win. I was pleasantly surprised. And Cesar, since you watched it, what'd you think? I mean, this was surprising to me.
Yeah, it was a really good match. We got two Canadians versus two hoes, pretty much. They was dressed as hoes. Jasmine, Nick, Vic, yeah. Booker T out there skeeting all under that dust. Um, and the superstar Chelsea, not Chelsea. What's the other bitch's name with the Cody mask on?
Catwoman,
JC.
JC Jane.
Yeah. JC Jane shaking her ass uh out there as she does with the Cody mask and shit. Uh yeah, but it was a good match. Yeah. The old Beauty and the Blade got it done. Little snatch your hair, roll up. You know what I'm
I,
saying? Throwing them kicks.
that's a good name.
That's what they were called on the Instagram all weekend.
Nice. I like it.
So okay, sure. I think they even said that in the video. Videos were good. You need to go back and watch them videos and walk into the ring. That bitch had that Canadian jersey on like a dress. Oh, legs kicky bitch. She almost got followed. You know what happens when you get a follow. That's must be why she won that match. She almost got a follow from your boy.
Wait a minute. Oh, she almost got that Cesar rub.
Yeah, man. She almost we all saw last week. Y'all saw last week. You get to see our rub. You know what happened to your career in
By the
WWE.
way, she was offered a contract by AEW and WWE. Stephanie Vacure. She
Yeah,
was
some shit like that.
offered. Uh,
Mhm.
I wonder where she's gonna go. That's interesting.
Wait, we jump up.
From AEW, that Stephanie Vacure, the one who fought Mercedes, Bocce, Sasha.
Oh,
Yeah, she
oh
got
shit.
offered two contracts from WWE and AEW. Because
No.
of the Caesar rub. That's what I'm.
Yeah. So now,
That's what I'm
I
going
gotta
into.
look. Yeah, I was looking her up too. She was she good goddamn. Look here, woman. I'm gonna tell you like this. I know you ain't gonna see this, but in case your ratchety ass does, you see where you could go to a place and you may be able to win a title quick, okay? But nobody gonna respect it, okay? Then you gonna get injured and not be there for like 8, 9 months at a time, okay? Or you can go to a place that is the greatest women's division walking for the last since existence of a women's division in its company, where you got an old perverted cross-eyed fuck who will guide you to the land of beer, cheese, women matches, multiple opportunities. Hell, you can lose 60% of the time and still get called up on the main card. Ask Dana Brooke or ask my elegance. Hell, ask Kiana James. Hell, ask anybody. Shit. Ask any of them hoes. You know what I'm saying? And you can get up there and be cooking. Hell, ask Charlotte. Hell, ask Mercedes.
Listen, if anybody knows minority women wrestlers, it's the cross-eyed kid. And you can come on over to Tuesday nights and I'll put you up there in the main events. You'll shine like the star you are. What was her name again? Maria? Well, whatever. Anyway, I've seen her TikTok. Anyway, you come to this company. Not only will we get you an OnlyFans, I mean a title opportunity.
Can't get OnlyFans in
Will
WWE.
get that Sticks 316 and all y'all can suck it.
You can't get OnlyFans.
Minority.
Yeah, if she wants OnlyFans, she gotta go to AEW.
Sticks, what'd you think of this tag team women's match? It's the kickoff show. Carmen and Ariana versus JC and Jasmine.
I thought it was a pleasant surprise for the start of the pay-per-view. I thought it was actually kind of a fitting way to actually start off the pay-per-view with how after this it actually got better and better. Hometown girls versus the Mean Girls. I thought once again we're getting more Carmen and more Ariana on our TV, which we do need. Like we've talked about, Ariana needs in-ring work to start matching to get up there with her character work. And Carmen, we've seen bits and pieces of Carmen, but it's been more of like a supporting role. So it was great to see her. We know where you're getting with JC. I mean, JC has been a part of the Toxic A, but we need to get more Jasmine, which we had started getting on Tuesday. And then on this, great match to have on the kickoff show, and a great match to have lead you into the card. And NXT's cooking, man. I mean, they cooked the whole. This is just the beginning. This was the appetizer before we got to the main course, and before we got to the dessert, boys.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. But I mean, it's refreshing to have one match on a kickoff and not 5 matches on a fucking kickoff. But I digress. The main show starts. We have kicking off the main card for the North American Championship, defending champion. Who? Oba Femi, the Termin Ninja himself, versus old Wesley. Wes with the Rascal shout out during the entrance. I don't know if you caught that. Oba with new graphics for his entrance. Pretty cool. Heatwave kicking off with your Ninja on Ninja match of the night, of course. Wes does botch on the ropes trying to springboard kick Oba, but the motherfucker's tall. He's gonna put all his fucking energy into that. Oba with a motherfucking F50 to Wes. My God, you want to talk about someone going off screen again? He threw Wes to the heavens. I never seen that before. Oba straight up murdering Wes here. Oba does his own soul surfing on Wes's back. We don't need that. Vic quoting Eminem lyrics over here. Mom spaghetti. The Cardiac Kid with a hell of a comeback. Weirdly botched powerbomb X Factor spot up to second turnbuckle. Cardiac kick barely connects with Oba's shoulder. The fatigue is setting in as the match comes to an end with these guys. They're worn out, still trying to do big moves, but not paying off. The Termin Ninja puts Wes away with a sit-down powerbomb pin to retain. Shocked, because I thought they were gonna give Wes that thing, but like I said, I just got done with Impact, and now I know where it's going. But a hell of an effort by Wesley. I gave this kickoff match 6 pretzel sticks. What did you think?
I thought this was the Oba Femi coming out party. He looked dominant at the beginning.
He's been out. That dude's been out.
Well, but he's going against what a lot of people thought was possibly the greatest North American champion in NXT history. And he looked dominant at the beginning. He was able to withstand Wesley's comeback and then was able to put him away. Were there some botches? Yeah, but I mean, Wes come back from a broken back. Now, I mean, there's only so much you can do at the PC to get you ready for a PLE, let alone TV. But there's a difference between doing stuff at the PC and then doing stuff, let alone on TV, but on a PLE. I mean, the feels of the environment and all that stuff. So, I mean, he had some botches, but he could have got so wrapped up into the moment that it takes a little bit out of you. But also, too, I mean, we see this a lot. There's sometimes you have botches, especially with a guy who has his offense rope-based, all that stuff. I mean, even it happens to the best. Well, that being said, I gave this 6 in the salt. I thought this was a great opener for the main card. It establishes Oba as that man who you have to now not only be take legit as a North American champion, but as a man who is a legit title contender. Like this man, like you said, he frisbee tossed Wesley. Like they had to pan out so quick because he went out of picture. Wesley was on the apron, was going to go for the kick, and this was Gunther S. slapped the soul out of that man. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't stop the match, check for a pulse, and then check and make sure this man's chest wasn't broken in. But also, I had a question for our resident, for a man who I believe is the and Pretzels, you have to look up the Paul Feinbaum of the Ninja rankings. Now, I proposed this a while back, and I believe Cesar didn't have them up there yet, but I need to check in with Cesar. Cesar is a certified, he's a street certified member of the coalition. Now, as a man who has gotten an invitation to the barbecue, I always need to touch base so that way I can keep track of these rankings. Mm-hmm. So, fellow tripod member Cesar, where is Obafemi on the Ninja rankings?
Obafemi has proven himself to be a very talented Negroid. He is the resident developmental super nigga. Okay. As we know, there's the super nigga of TNA. Most. There is still the super nigga of all WWE. Bobby Lashley. Yeah. And Moose. Now, Moose and Bobby Lashley, we did know how that match in TNA. You know. But Obafemi's hella impressive, man. He's a thick neck, country ass nigga. And he out here fighting, scratching, clawing, moving his way up the list. He has not been officially invited to join the coalition. Something happened with his paperwork. You know, it was July 4th. You know, niggas was drunk. His skin is dark enough that he did not need an invitation to join the cookout because he black enough. He in the fields. He could have just pulled up, but he was doing something else. You know, he was handling some business. But his invitation into the coalition has been hopefully sent out today. Yeah, he is on once he joins, you know, he's been moving up. But once he joins, he will be, you know, the young Negroid. That's like the bottom, and then he's got to work his way up to the you know, in the ranks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a bad man right there. That's a bad man.
Is that like the black equivalent to Padawan?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, well, not really, because like the little kids, that's Niglets, and then you know, yeah, then there's young Negroid, and then you know you can be a full grown Negroid, and then you know,
is that a black droid?
Nah, it's just a Negroid, man. It ain't got nothing to do with robotics or nothing like that. Quit being white. Quit doing white shit to our shit, okay? And then you become a full-fledged nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you know, going from there. Mm-hmm. But he ain't no little niglet, so he's got to be a young Negro. You know what I'm saying? He can still be old, but when you join the coalition, the first, you know, level you at is young Negro.
So that's 6 pretzels. We got 6 in the salt. Cesar, what did you think of this North American Championship match?
This shit was good. I like the way Obafemi, while he can still be strong and dominant, still respects when an opponent is putting some damage on him. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple times West, you know, just throwing rights, and you know, Oba's selling. So his selling is good, you know. He was selling all the big power, the moves where he wasn't catching West, but West was catching him off the guard, and the kicks and the drop kicks and shit like that. The DDTs still selling great, man. So yeah. I gave it a 7 in the salt myself. I was thoroughly impressed with this match. This felt like some NXT is back kind of PLE, you know? If they weren't starting with a hot tag team match, they were starting with Wes Lee and that damn North American Championship. This felt like before Wes left, you know, when he was on that run and Wes was starting all these PLEs and he was starting high and motherfuckers was having to catch up and he was damn near putting on beer cheese matches no matter who he was fighting. This felt like that to me, how this kickoff started. And I thought this shit cooked very well.
Up next was for the Women's North American Championship. I was a little nervous about this one. Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka. Good friends, we saw on Instagram. Only 1 year separates these two women.
Mm-hmm.
Best friends with undeniable chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm keeping a close eye on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Botches, ladies. I know it. I can sense it. My botch sense is tingling. But fast-paced action is the theme of this match. There were little timing issues, not so much botching going on to start. The gymnastics background paying dividends in this match. Both these chicks love that X Factor move. Kalani with a unique counter to the X Factor, almost Ricochet-esque, getting out of an RKO. Sol Springboard Jones over here. Sol with a fucking 450 clothesline. Never seen that before. If your nipples weren't hard before, they are now, because this match is on fire. Lonnie's titty about to debut here tonight. Lonnie counters Soul Snatcher. Lonnie hits a second rope Poison Rana, split-legged moonsault, and retains. Her nipple does pop out. Best match from these two by far at NXT. They're rookies. They're still green, and they put on a banger like this. I gave the first match 6. That was with Oba and Wes. This gets a 7 and a buttery nipple from your boy. Wow, what a fucking great match. Cesar, my God. Kalani and Sol blew the roof off this fucking place. I was surprised. What did you think?
Well, once again, as you forget to, as you know, you so just paper superficial, you know, Soul actually qualifies for this to be nigga on half a nigga action. Yeah, Master Michaels was cooking. First he had nigga on nigga action.
You don't think I know that?
You didn't know that, nigga. You didn't mention it, you son of a bitch. You mentioned it for that first one.
Totally
Get that hot nigga out of here. You get that hot patch out of here. It's my time. Okay? God damn it. Arguing like Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless in this motherfucker. But yeah, it was half nigga on nigga action. And yeah, it didn't disappoint. There's pay-per-view. Ooh, shit, girl. Or PLE. Sorry, Vince, you dick. This shit was cooking. Yeah. McGree over here trying to be AEW botches, worried about bullshit going on. Hell no. These bitches showed up. I didn't think they was going to show up like this either. I thought this was just going to be an okay match. But hell no. Soul out here cooking. Kaylani showing that she can handle when somebody else is cooking and still hold her own. But yeah, that 450 clothesline, get that shit out of here. Get that shit the fuck out of here. That's a whole nother goddamn finisher. You can't just be having that shit in the tank that you just gonna pull out. Forget a damn Soul Snatcher. She needs to start pinning bitches with that shit too. Okay? That shit needs to be written in the books. 2 finishers. Soul Ruka out here cooking in some damn vans.
We need that modded into 2K24 now. Mod that fucking move into the game.
That shit hard. Okay. Yeah. She hit the handstand to block the X Factor. These ladies was hitting reversals and switches, hitting off the ropes. Yeah, no slippage. I thought we were gonna have some fuckery like when they were over in Cardiff with West slipping early on the rope, but the ladies seem to be doing fine. I had this 7 and the mustard. Okay. Yeah, this match was good. This is definitely better than the first match. The first match did have a few problems, but those boys did so much crazy shit and outlandish shit. That's why I gave it up to the 7. I understand like West was slipping and the timing on the ending was a little off as well. And then, yeah, they maybe had one time up slip in this match, but overall matches were good. If they're good, I'm giving it good ratings. This was 7 in the mustard. These ladies showed out. no turn, no swerve at the end. Kaylani proving that she's a champion. It should have been either of these ladies to win this title. So I feel like this match would have happened either way. And I don't think I would have been mad either way if Soul would have won and had this match against Kaylani. But as we know, Kaylani won, and we had this match against Soul. Soul either needs to keep around here, I guess, if you want, or giving Kaylani that first serious win, that cement win. But Roxy got to take a break. You better get that dial, Soul, goddamn rook nigga, and she can run with that shit. And I ain't gonna be mad. That book can be mad, but I ain't gonna be mad.
Yeah, Sticks, the women 2 for 2 here tonight. What did you think of this women's North American Championship match?
Well, gentlemen, for the first time on a PLE, we're getting an NXT Women's North American Championship defense. And this match delivered. The internet was a buzzing on both sides. There was comparisons to a very young Will Billy Goat Beer Cheese Ospreay versus King Ricochet over in New Japan, which you know what your boy did after this. He watched that. He went back and he back-channeled, watched it. Gentlemen, the comparisons were spot on. This match also, a lot of people were giving it criticism. Oh, it's just a gymnastics and a wrestling. Nah. You people that are doing that are a bunch of AEW marks that don't like wrestling in general. This match was a phenomenal match. These two women, I think we had talked about it. This could be the match that stole the show. Like, underratedly, I believe all three of us talked about, hey, keep an eye on this match because we know both these women are climbing. Like, both these women haven't disappointed. And guess what? You have these two women together for a championship, and they didn't miss. Like Kalani's got Mello don't miss. Lonnie and Ruka didn't miss on this match. This was a great match. I'm in unison of Cesar. I gave this 7 in the Hellmans. This match, you had a little bit of timing, yeah, but I mean, very rarely anymore do we have just perfect matches. And this was damn near perfect. Like you guys said, 450, like clothesline. That's another move that you guys said could be just a finisher. These girls back and forth. That opening 2-minute sequence, reversal. You knew after that, it was like, all right, these girls gonna cook. Like Shawn Michaels said, hey, I'm gonna give you the ingredients. I'm gonna give you the pots and the pans, and I'm gonna give you the plate. Go out there, cook, and prep it. Get it ready because we got 3 guys that are gonna review this. And guys, I'm with you. This was a great second match to have. And for the first title defense for the Women's North American Championship match, this was a hell of a match to have for that championship. 7 in the Hellmans. These women went out there. They hit it out of the park. Great match.
For sure exceeded my expectations. Rare face-on-face match, and it was great. Up next for the NXT Tag Team Championships, it was the Fast and the Fraserist versus Chase U with purple shirts this time. Tall task to follow that women's match, and that they did. Fraser quicker than the hiccup because cocaine is a hell of a drug. Book hating on Andre, as per usual. Axiom clotheslines Andre in the back of the head, and Book shouts, "That's illegal! That's illegal, Vic!" Duke a one-man army. Funny how Thea has to pretend to root against her man, fucking Nathan Fraser. Andre sent into Book over the desk. The 450 disrespected. Dookie with that Stratisfaction got Trish's attention. What a fucking sequence of an avalanche Spanish fly, a Phoenix splash, and a Canadian destroyer. Many miscues almost led to Chase U winning. Frazier just kept getting Axiom hurt on accident. But Axiom with the golden ratio for the retain. My notes did not do this match justice. This was fucking incredible. They should have called this NXT Masterchef because all these motherfuckers be cooking. This got 8 pretzels, motherfucker. This was incredible. Almost got my beer cheese, but something else did. Sticks for the NXT Tag Team Championships. What did you think of this match?
Yeah, this was a great follow-up match to the Women's North American Championship match. I give a 7 in the salt. This match was a great match to have follow-up. You had all the questions. Nathan Frazier, is he taking attention off the championship belt that he already has? You know, he went off their Heritage Cup. He was talking about the WWE Speed Championship. There was some miscues, but you know, the boys were able to course correct. A lot of action, not too much action that you're like, okay, this is going enough action that you're like, all right, these boys cooking. Dookie showing you why he is the MVP of Chase U. Mr. Chase himself out there showing he's got something to prove. After all the shenanigans of what he got Chase U into, he had something to prove. Fast and the Frazierists, they're out here showing you why they are a legit tag team. Like I said, there was a few miscues, but hey, you're going to get those in some tag team matches. You are. There's going to be a little bit of off timing stuff, but the tag team champs showed you why they are the tag team champs. They find a way, and they got it done. These boys showing you why they are the ring bearers of the NXT Tag Team Championships. Great match. Great to have in the middle section of this card. These boys showing you that NXT is a brand on itself. This pay-per-view actually just showed you why NXT isn't just a developmental ground. It is a legit third brand in WWE. That's why I gave this match a 7 in the salt. Great job.
Cesar, we're 4 matches in to Heatwave, and there have been no speed bumps. We still going. What did you think of this NXT Tag Team Championship match?
Wait, we 4 match? Oh, yeah, because of the pre-show. You're right.
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, what the hell you mean 4? But you're right. Pre-show was there. Let me tell you, brother, something. Put this TV on pause right quick. We can get back to the Mad Dragon later.
That's what I'm watching. It's still going on.
All right. Well, he just walked out.
Okay.
I'm a little behind. I was watching some AEW for the first 20 minutes of Raw. You know I like to fast forward through the commercials anyway. You know. Anyway, I digress. We had some tag teamers in a match. We had some titles on the line. And when I tell you fucks, we had some false finishes, I ain't talking to the pretzels, okay? I'm talking to you fucks who watch this shit, the 10 of y'all who watch this shit every week, okay? Maybe 12 on a good day. This shit right here reminded me of some black and gold. This shit reminded me of when there was 2 crackers that used to sit down at a pool with a belt and try to catch some sun rays with it. You know what I'm saying? Some guys that was in a group, you know what I'm saying? They do these little hand sign. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Some guys where a match like this, they would have it at the end and the damn sheriff would make a meme and post it. Okay? This was a match. And I know what comes next. And you know what? I'm just going to call it early before I talk about it. This was the 8 and the beer cheese for me. Okay? This was the 8, the salty mustard beer cheese. Because I'm going to give another match pretty close. But this was the 8, the salty mustard beer cheese for me. This match had ups. It had downs. It had miscues. It had It had spot false finish. I mean, come on, son. Come on, son. See, this is the AEW. You want to have spots in a match? This is how you have spots in a match. You have it with some technical wrestling. You have it with everybody showing off their strengths, their weaknesses. Okay, a little miscue. But this is where you have the spots. And you know this is one of their finishers. All right? It's a Spanish fly. The big old Dookie. Dookie got Spanish flied off the top. Shows the athleticism of Dookie because Axiom like half this nigga size. Okay. It shows the strength and agility he got. Show Dookie flipping his dumb ass all over that shit. Pow! Nathan Frazier, taught by the great Nathaniel Raleigh at his school, hits the Phoenix Splash, which I don't think Seth Raleigh has ever hit in a match. He always rolls out of that shit. Nathan Frazier, he's giving it to a student. Nathan Frazier hits it so well. Kapow! Takes a beat, looks for Chase, goes for the pin. Chase sneaks in the ring. It's a 1, it's a 2, kicks off that nigga's back, catches Axiom, the taco nigga, and hits him with a Canadian destroyer in Canada. Okay? Being illegal. So you don't go for the pin. So you don't ruin the move. Because everybody's laid out at this point. And this was like probably 12 minutes into the match. So everybody's laid out because it's just been a tag team finisher, a move that shouldn't be disregarded and taken seriously as a fucking finisher. I mean, this was a Styx 316. This was a Cesar 316 and possibly a Sangria 316. I don't know what that means yet, but he'll probably tell us because this shit was goated. Okay. Do you have something or you were just, I thought you were going to make up
time is officially killed. That's my 316.
Yeah, that's your shit.
It's negative.
Yeah. Well, all right. It was a Mangria 632 because he could watch this shit for 5 more minutes.
I flipped it.
Yeah, you flip it. Yeah, so a Mangria 632 is this match should keep going for 5 more minutes because he does say that about certain good matches. And this match could have had 5 more minutes, and I don't think anybody on this fucking podcast would have been mad. Chase, you still giving us the teachable moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hitting him, punching him. Bam, and then spelling out the letters. Everybody's excited. Yeah, the super kick to Axiom from Nathan Frazier. The Razor's Edge by Dookie. I mean, what move didn't these guys hit? Okay, double suplexes. Dookie with a fucking double on the 2 little guys. I mean, everybody hit their spots so good, pulling everybody out of the ring, diving in at the last second. So many false finishers that were really, really good false finishers that you thought the shit was over to when it was finally over. You were like, God damn, that match was good. They need to run that shit back. I wouldn't be mad if they run this shit back on Tuesday. I don't care. They can have the same outcome. Run this shit back. Match was so fucking good. Everybody out there, Book going crazy. He was beating his meat under the desk. I think old Sick Vic almost let out a holy shit too. But yeah, they did it right. They kept this shit going. This was my match of the night. It was 8 in the beer cheese. I mean, to me, I knew the main event could have had potentially match of the night for me, but I had to do it for this one when I watched the whole show because it was like great match, even better match, even better match. And I was like, what the fuck? How are you going to keep going up? Like, this is what kind of roller coaster are we on that we just keep going up?
By the way, Michael Cole did say shit on fucking.
Yeah, he did say shit Saturday. That dirty bitch. Yeah, because he teased it once and then he said it a second time. But yeah, this was my 8 in the beer cheese tag team matchup. This shit was good as fuck. All 4 of these guys deserve every accolade you could do. I damn near was like, oh man, this West match could maybe get match of the year. I was like, oh no, these ladies. For a ladies match, you might need to put that ladies match in match of the year category because them ladies definitely showed off and showed out. And then these fuckers for tag, if we had different categories, this is definitely going in tag team match of the year because this match cooked as well. I was thoroughly impressed, man.
Well, I can tell you one thing. This is the PLE of the year so far.
Yeah.
Up next was for the NXT Women's Championship, Roxanne Perez against Lola Vice. Uh-oh, Roxanne's in white. The crowd is split. These women got chemistry. Book rubbing one out to both chicks. Outside the ring, Roxy ducks a spinning back fist from Lola where her fist hit the ring post. That was a turning point of the match. She does land a spinning back fist, which hurt and knocked Roxanne out of the ring. Lola kicks out of Pop Rocks. Roxanne enraged. She hits Pop Rocks on the announcer's table. Lola still kicks out. She hits Pop Rocks 3 more times. Very sloppy, but still retains. Book demands Vic to shower Roxanne in praise. You gonna tell her? You gonna say it, Vic? Only because of the Pop Rocks that she kind of stumbled on. This was the only match where I was like, it was still good. I gave it 6 pretzels. It's Roxanne still on top, still being a badass.
Made Lola a star though. Again,
Lola looked great. She got a standing ovation after the match ended. 6 pretzels, not bad, but my lowest rating of the night. But Cesar, I mean, it was just because of the sloppy Pop Rocks, but taking nothing away from these ladies, it was still a good match.
Yeah. I mean, even if she would have hit that one clean, I still don't think the match was better than anything we've seen tonight. Which I said the whole pay-per-view cooked.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to come in last, okay? Somebody's got to come in last, but it's still good. I gave it 6 in the salt. I thoroughly enjoyed the match. Playing to like Lola having a weakness is good. She showed that she can keep that up. Roxanne had her in the submission for the arm a couple of times as well. Even hit the old flip off the ropes trick to keep her in it. Yeah, 4, 5 Pop Roxes to put Lola down. That's got to say something, especially, the table one, the one in the ring, kick out. The table one gets her back in the ring, kick out. Still fight back and forth. There was a lot of back and forth, even though Lola seemed like she was fighting one-armed. You know what I'm saying? She got some kicks off. Still, Roxanne had to roll outside because she'd have stayed in that ring. She'd have got pinned off that first spinning back fist, missed the second one, or Roxanne blocked it. But yeah, 6 in the salt, man. I mean, it was still a great match, and it still led to a great pay-per-view. And these ladies went at it. Lola is making every match, every PLE match Lola's been getting, man. She's been knocking it out of the park. We know Roxanne can go. We know Roxanne's killing it. And she gonna talk some shit tomorrow as well. And yeah, I thought it was a great match, man. But yeah, like something's got to be last on a fucking phenomenal card. And it's not like this was like bad. It was still good. Which shows you when Master Michaels get in that kitchen, he gonna feed. Just show up with a plate, nigga. Not just show up with utensils. He got the plate too. Shit, just show up. Get you a soda. Sit your faggoty ass down at that table, and Master Michaels is gonna feed your bitch ass when it's PLE time. He was Mr. Pay-per-view before Rob Van Dam, nigga. Is what he do.
Yeah, Sticks, NXT Women's Championship match. We had Roxy versus Lola. What were your thoughts on this?
Yes, like you guys said, even like Cesar said, there is going to be a match that is going to come in last. I gave this 6 in the salt. That doesn't take away from this match. If anything, if you want to read into it, it shows that Lola needs to come up with a secondary finisher move. Like if she can't hit that 305, her leg kicks are deadly. So maybe you incorporate a leg kick finisher.
Well,
like,
she used to have
but
the
outside that,
kick. She used to have the roundhouse
Yeah,
kick
she used
with
to
her
just snap a
finisher.
roundhouse too.
Yeah.
She needs to start snapping that.
She needs to bring that back. Maybe after this she does start incorporating that, because like Cesar said, after she hit the 305 on the ring post, essentially she was fighting one arm. So you need to be able to have a backup, whether regardless if it's the roundhouse or maybe a submission move that you can tease, that you could do something like that. That's not criticism. That's just maybe a thing to kind of have in your arsenal. Outside that, this match was great. I mean, the women on this card, pre-show, North American Championship, and the NXT Women's Championship. These women cooked. I mean, this, like Cesar said, you can put like you said, Sangria, this NXT PLE of the year, like this is leading the race right now. This is in the clubhouse right now. This is the PLE. 6 of the salt. The women went out there. They showed up, showed out, and that's no disrespect to these women. Like the only thing I would add was the sloppy pop rocks. But when you're 3/4 to less 80% into the match, there's sweaty bodies, you're tired, all that stuff. She slid off, but I mean, that's no disrespect. These women went out, they showed up, showed out, and this was a strong showing for Lola to make her a legit contender.
Well, the main event was for the NXT Championship. It was a fatal 4-way. Trick Willie, the chairman, Sean Spears, Hard RVD, Young OG, Javon Evans, and All Ego, Ethan Page, with Cesar's favorite song. Harlem Heat gear for Trick. Oh, yeah, man. One-upsmanship between Spears and Ego. Crowd keeps chanting 10. I thought that was funny. Double thumb to the eyes by Spears and Ego. The bouncy one, finally getting some excitement stirred up with a Trick during a PLE. Spears tries to use a chair. With Spears draped over the second rope, Ego suplexes the young OG onto him. I love that innovation. The chairman activated. Spears swinging like he on a Baltimore pier over here. Javon straight murdered Trick with a tope barricada, flying over the corner post to put him through the fucking barricade. That was brutal. Spears hits a C4 off second turnbuckle to Javon. Ego tries to snipe the pin, but gets a 2.5. Javon came within a Smurf's cunt hair away from pinning Ego for a 3, but Trick saves it. Twice, actually. Trick shoves Javon off the top rope apron, launching him through the fucking announce table. That looked painful. Good thing that kid's young. Crowd chants, rest in peace. With Javon knocked out on the floor, Trick knee to Ego. He collapsed on Javon while Trick was yanked out of the ring. All Ego, Ethan Page is your new NXT champion, and Styx needs some paper towels. What an incredible way to get the belt off of Trick. Because heading into this match, it was typical expectations from a Trick main event. I was like, all right, this isn't going to be that great. I mean, I know Javon's in it, but they're probably going to have to carry Trick. This is going to be lackluster, but nah. This motherfucking main event, title changes hands without Trick getting pinned. All Ego is the luckiest man in the world. He fell. He was at the right place at the right time for 3 seconds. Gets that title in the how many weeks? Like 6 weeks. Ethan Page has
Something
been
like that.
Is level above,
third match,
miles above the All Ego in AEW. 8 pretzels and the beer cheese match. The only reason why I gave this one the beer cheese was because a title changed hands. That's why. But I loved it. I love this match. And just when you thought it was over, nah. The closing shot, was it Ethan holding the title? No. Joe Hendry was the last thing you see when the pay-per-view goes off the air. Internet explodes. What a way to end the NXT PLE of the year, Sticks. I mean, Sticks, you got the shirt. You've backed this man up since Impact, the North, Josh Alexander days. You've been watching this man. You've been sympathizing. You've been supporting this man during his troubled all elite days. And to see this moment in your lifetime, what did you think of this PLE ending?
From a man that was teaming up with Scorpio Sky, from a man that threw Darby Allin down cement stairs at the fucking, was it Daly's place?
Mm-hmm.
From a man that showed us and then all of a sudden was on TV, went to being on Ring of Honor. The last time we saw this man was on TV, I believe he had a match against, I think it was MJ, or no, Kenny Omega. I think it was Kenny Omega. And it was a banger of a match. And then he's off TV. I was trying to figure out what he's doing. I figured he was hitting the indies. Went dead silent. And then he shows up on NXT TV. But let's rewind. People were getting attacked. Noam was attacked. Oro was attacked. Everybody thought it was Trick. Lash Legend is like, that wasn't Trick. That wasn't Trick. But everybody like, nah, that's Trick. It's Trick. And then all of a sudden, we find out who it was. It was all ego. It was all ego. This man's first match in NXT Battleground for the championship. And just like any man who is full of himself, who believes in himself, his ego got the best of him. Cost him the match. So we go into a number one contenders battle royal. The skeletons in the closet kind of start showing. On-site Mensa takes him out. Wasn't officially taken out. He wasn't eliminated. Young OG goes on to win. He comes out. All Ego's like, hey, I wasn't eliminated. Ava, you got to get your people taken care of. Mensa took me out. This man comes out. He beats the young OG like he had on his tights. NXT Young Blood. So that punched his ticket to it. So the chairman, a man that we have talked about, he went from perfection to the chairman, and he brought that chairman from AEW to NXT. A man that we've said is an ultimate professional. He gets a pin over the NXT champion. You can't disregard that. So that puts him in it. This leads us to this match. Gentlemen, this match had everything. We thought the reason they had Ethan and Sean was to be able to carry this match because we had a guy in Trick who has got potential, but it's kind of underwhelmed in his championship matches. Young OG. He's in his 20s. He's like 20 years old. Maybe this is going to be too much for him. We need two veterans to carry them through the match. Guys, all four gentlemen, there wasn't anybody that carried anybody. All four gentlemen in this match made this match what it was. We had the young OG hitting spots that made your jaw drop to the ground until we got to the ending. Trick out here. Trick showed you. He's a fighting champion. He had to be on the defense. The question was posed during that match. Is he going to be able to get any offense in, or is Trick going to be on the defense all the time? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. He was getting some offense in, and he had to break up some covers. Sean Spears, he showed you why he's the ultimate professional. This man was hitting moves, but he was also one of those guys that you had to keep an eye out on. And all ego showed you why this man was an uncrowned major professional singles champion. Why he hadn't had it. The potential is there. Trick hit two trick shot knees. The last one was his undoing. He nailed it on All Ego. Ethan falls on young OG. Sean Spears doing what you normally would, pull the guy off. But while in that time, as he's pulling the guy off, we're already halfway through a 3 count. And new. My girlfriend had to pull my jaw up off the ground because I didn't think All Ego had a chance. I thought it was going to be, he's going to go out there, nice showing, the ultimate professional. He's going to do what he's going to need to do, and Trick was going to retain. It was going to be a show out match for Javon. Going to show you why he's the future, but Trick going to show you he's a fighting champion, why the company believes in him. Nah. They teasing this. Sean Spears, Ethan Page, both from Canada. We saw in the entrance. El Ego turned his back on Canada. A USA resident put on the back of his jacket. I saw that and I'm like, we might have something here. We might have something here. And we did. This match, I would have been in full unison with Cesar. The tag team match, until we had this match, tag team match was going to be my match of the night. But we had 2 professionals, a young phenom in Javon, going all in, all out, showing you why the future is bright for him. Trick he didn't get pinned. So that plays into, hey, he lost, but it wasn't, I didn't get pinned. The question, All Ego, ultimate opportunist. Yeah, he got hit with a trick shot knee. But sometimes in a forward, what they always say, there's a 25% chance that Trick was going to win. 75% chance that he was going to lose. This plays a part in that 75% chance. You may hit a finisher, and then another guy's going to pull you out. And you might hit it just wrong, and another guy falls. They tease this in a lot of fatal 4-ways and triple threat matches, but usually the champ or someone is able to break it up. Not this time. And new NXT champion, All Ego, Ethan Page. I personally, like a term in the business, I went to business for myself, boys. This got my beer cheese, ate the beer cheese, because I'm still overjoyed. I'm still elated that this man on one of the biggest stages on a possible NXT PLE of the year became NXT champion. A man who AEW at the beginning kind of had faith in, and then they pull the rug out from underneath him. He starts dwindling down. You don't see him as a fan who thought he was going to have to toil away on the indies. And the only hope I had was that maybe this man shows up on TNA. Maybe we get a reunited in the North, or he's going to end up jobbing out to Josh Alexander and then maybe toil away for an X Division championship. To go from having those hopes to what we have right now. I mean, this was just amazing.
It's Christmas in July.
Oh, Christmas in July, sticks to midnight, everything. This was Shawn Michaels cooking. This is also Shawn Michaels showing you, hey, I can also surprise you with a special dish that you didn't think I could do. This was a perfect ending to a great PLE.
Surprise you with the secret ingredient. Ingredient for your ass.
Yes.
Cesar, my God, what a way to close out NXT Heatwave. My God.
Yeah.
Surprise. Shocking. Loved it. What did you think of the NXT Championship match?
So there was only 2 people I wanted to win this match. 2 people. Somebody who I would be fine with winning the match, and somebody who I wanted to win this match. And this was as we shall call it, a nigga on cracker match. Okay. And yeah, the boys did cook. And that's the thing about Trick. Trick is still green, but when you put him with multi people in it, he can do what he needs to do. So he can't fully carry a match. And but you put it with somebody there with some experience, he can get some good shit out of it. Now, I told you what my match of the night was, and I'm gonna tell you this got the 8 and the salty mustard. Okay. Because it was still a great match. It was still a great match. And for story-wise, this is going to be good going forward. Because Trick is always better on the chase than he was with the title. Just because he's green and he's got the aura. But the matches when he was champion weren't really good. The only reason I didn't give it as beer cheese is because the person who I wanted to win did not win. If I'm going to be frank with that. The person who I'd be fine with won actually won. I would have been fine with Ego Page winning with Ego Page won. It's just too early. And I feel like they do need a heel champion to keep NXT going forward. So obviously with saying that, the person I wanted to win was Shawn Spears. Because they always say this when Shawn Spears gets a title match. They're like, he's never won any championships in NXT. And he's already got the legacy down there before he left and came back. And even though he came back, it was really quick. But he's cemented himself as he's been in NXT. He's been on the main roster. He's got the experience to carry the title. Trick is too green. They realized they had to pull it off of him. It wasn't going to work for a long run. They had that instance with Tony D, but they decided to give him the Heritage Cup instead of giving him the main roster. Instead of giving him the heavyweight title, which could go on with any of these guys. I would have slightly preferred Shawn Spears to win, just because Ego was really there for like what you said, like a month and a half. Like, where does he go from here? He has to get a main run to legitimize it, right? But where's he really going to go from here? Now he's going to have to be a multi-time champion in order for it to make any sense.
I think they did a good job of having us ask that question. I think that was the point. Wow, what's going to happen next? I think that's what the point was.
But it's not what's going to happen next. I'm worried about the future of his career there. Go ahead, Sticks. Go ahead. What was that?
Can I ask you guys this? We talked about how quick of a North American Championship run that Trick had.
Yeah.
And then
we said they screwed up there.
But then he became NXT champion. Could we kind of have something maybe like that going on?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, because if they do that, I'm like, it's going to remind me of like Sasha and Charlotte when they were a hot potato in the women's title. Like, I don't like it because then you're like, well, he's a 4-time champion. And I'm going to be like, that nigga ain't even been here a year. Like, what are we doing? And the funny story is because they're celebrating Sheamus. It's kind of like when Sheamus came in, right? Didn't he beat John Cena for like the title and like when he was like super young, nobody knew who he was?
Very quick.
And then you're like, where the fuck does he go from here? And it's crazy how in his 15 career, he's never won the IC title. So he can't be like a true grand champion. But like, you're like, where does he go? He has to be main caliber title. And now you're looking at him 15 years later and he's kind of mid-card. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to peak a guy too early. That's why I would have been fine with Shawn Spears as a heel and as a veteran can get it over. And especially if you're going to try to have like Trick win it back quick, it would make more sense if he lost it in a couple of pay-per-views versus like Ego just getting there, having a title shot, losing, getting back in the title picture, winning. Because now it's like, where does he go?
I think All Ego is going to have an incredible run as your arrogant, charismatic NXT champion. He's going to keep it for longer than Trick. I
Yeah,
think,
he's gonna
and I think
have to.
we're gonna see. I think they planted a seed. They might have planted a seed with Trick launching Javon off the fucking apron. Maybe that's the next route Trick goes. Now
Mhm.
Trick and Javon could probably have some classic one-on-one matches.
Sure.
They can help each other out, get better at their craft,
Sure.
while Ego goes on a run. Maybe he fights Sean Spears next. That might be good. Heel on heel. You never know. But the point of this story is they got us to ask that question. What's next? And I am
Right.
definitely looking forward to tomorrow night. It's going to be great. This for sure, two matches of the year candidate here with the women and the tag match. It's a
Mhm.
great pay-per-view. And now to the other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and give TNA the respect to have it go next. It was a July 4th episode. So after you're done watching, go set some fireworks off. But highlighted version, I'll start the first match of the night.
Yeah,
It was
I got
Trey Miguel with Wentz, of course, the Rascals, versus Caesar's not so favorite guy, Leon Slater, who he calls Leon Cynic. Wentz shenanigans, of course. The Drama King calls Miguel Wolverine. Uh, Leon Slater with a hell of an innovation on the cutter. I wish they would have replayed that, but they didn't. Also, a modified Blue Thunder Bomb by Slater. What the fuck is Wonka doing here? Charlie Dempsey attacks both guys here. The match is thrown out, I guess. They never said, and winner by DQ. They just rang the bell because Dempsey just went off on everybody. The crowd chants NXT. Still got to give Slater props for his innovation here. They did follow up on this with the Rascals being upset that Dempsey came in, which of course plants the seeds for what old Wesley, who was very upset after he lost, will do next. We are about to see something that is also going to get Sticks to midnight. That was my highlight, Sticks. What did you think of that segment?
That was my highlight too, because it opened up. There's so much things that you could peel back on this. One, this match, while watching this match, you're like, damn, TNA starting off with a heater. Like these guys were going all out. I mean, you had your rascals shenanigans, but Leon Cynic was proving that he could overcome. And then you got a surprise. Charlie Wonka shows up and he halts anything that this match had. And like you said, after all the shenanigans is done, we get the rascals outside. Trey, and especially Zach. Zachary Wentz is pissed, talking about how you ruined that match, how a place in NXT wouldn't go for somebody, a place that he knows about. Which, if you pretzels don't remember, Zach was with a young Wesley MSK. They were a tag team champion. These boys, the groundwork was laid that this was going to be a great tag team in WWE. There's some false allegations were made against young Zachary, and he lost his job. But he landed on his feet. He went back home. He went to a place that knew Zachary Wentz, and he reunited with a brother. And now, maybe, hopefully we get a reuniting of three brothers. Hopefully we get a treehouse reunion. This was my highlight because the match was laying the groundwork of being the match of the night. But then we're intertwining with that NXT TNA relationship. So now we're going to get another door opening, and something that I believe all three of us had been hoping and waiting to have happen, a Rascals reunion.
So I think our good Lord and Savior must have been keeping an eye on Sticks this week. I mean, like, you know what? Well, actually, this year, you know what? Adam, Adam's been a good guy this year. So you know what? I'll give him his Christmas early. Not only will we have all ego
Whoa,
at that
whoa,
time,
no. Here's
but
the bow. No. Here's the bow on the top. We get this NXT TNA collab. I don't know if you boys saw that during the PLE. Young Ethan Page, when he was walking through the Scotia Bank backstage, there was a nice little banner that said, "We the North." If we just for
oh my
one
goodness.
night only, one night only, get the North reunion.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You know that's just a phrase in Canada that they say,
Hold on a
right?
second.
Yeah, but it's just the ironic, the twist. If
Our
you don't
Lord,
know the back history
Lord
of
and
Ethan Page.
our Lord and Savior just said you're getting
Yeah,
paid.
but
Just cancel
Canadians have
that.
been saying "we the North" for forever. Hell,
Well,
the
Yeah, but
karate bitch had it on her ass
yeah,
crack.
Carmen had it on her ass.
Yeah, she had it on her ass.
so
All
you can't
Canadians
give
say this.
yeah, but all Canadians were part of one of the greatest tag teams in TNA.
Oh,
Two
I'm pretty
Caesar,
legit
sure they
Canadian
were
men.
because they're Canadian and they follow Canadian shit.
Do they have the tag team championship recognition on their resumes? Hell no, they don't.
Caesar,
Canadians do.
what did you think of the kickoff segment to this past week's Impact?
Oh no, yeah, that shit was a good ass match. It was a good ass match. Some more nigga on nigga. Funny how you picked that as your highlight this week. Sangria. Because that little racist eyeball's been popping up more and often, which is why you ain't never gonna be invited to the cookout at the coalition.
It was mostly because of Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But you ain't gonna be invited to the cookout at the coalition because you are a portal for the racist eyeball for being racist. But no, this match was really, really good. It was super good. And yeah, old Willy Wonka brought his crack ass out, beating people up, being mad, and then the niggas online trying to act like they didn't know. Who is this? Who is this? Nigga, if you watch TNA, you know who the fuck Charlie Dempsey is. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you are on the internet following TNA and on YouTube following TNA, you know who the fuck Charlie Dempsey is in NXT. Don't even try. Quit playing, nigga. Okay? Quit playing. Okay? Okay? They ain't gonna fuck you. Okay? You don't gotta try that hard. Still a great match. I can't even remember what else happened on that damn show.
All right, well,
I know Dolph got thrown down some stairs. That shit was funny.
we'll jump to the main event then. It was a qualifier match for the Slammiversary main event.
Oh yeah.
Hey, hold
We
on.
believe
You don't want to talk about the Hardys versus the Edwards?
we believe in Joe Hendry versus Caesar's champion, Jake something. Main eventing this past week's
I
Impact.
think my champion. He never won them.
Very long match. They gave it plenty of time. Joe Hendry started out hot. He got beat down, made a motherfucker of a comeback, and he overcame Jake something. He even delayed vertical Jake something, that big motherfucker. Joe Hendry's he's a strong bastard. He hits the standing ovation for the win. He will go to the main event of Slammiversary July 20th in that 6-man elimination match. Joe Hendry gonna be on NXT. Joe Hendry 2024 is the year of Joe Hendry. It's just incredible that I started watching Impact because Styx was the champion for Impact. And I told Styx, I just started watching. I was like, Styx, who is this man, Joe Hendry? This man, Joe Hendry, is the best part of this show. Smash cut to where we're at now. It's just incredible. It's incredible to see this, the progression. What did he call it? Hendry Mania is running wild, brother. What did you think, Cesar, of the main event, if you remember it?
I know the main event was good. I did watch that. I just can't remember what was on the show because I actually watched it on Thursday, so that was fucking a long time ago.
And
Uh, yeah, no. Joe Hendry and old Jake Cracker was handling business in that ring. And yeah, they gave these brothers mad time uh to have this match. But yeah, Joe Hendry prevailed as the winner to go on to be in that 6-pack challenge against Moose and all the mother crackers. So we don't know who the fuck will win that. It's 6 of them assholes. Is it elimination or is it first pin?
elimination.
Joe Hendry's getting pinned first. So I mean, shit. I mean, I think everybody else in the match has won that title before, except him.
Well, Dolph hasn't, but
Well, all
Dolph
right. Well, we don't. But
down
Dolph's
some stairs. I wonder
yeah,
if they're trying to replace him.
yeah. I think that's what they meant by take care of our problem. And I think whatever Dirty Dango's name is now, I think he threw Dolph down the stairs.
Well, they did after the show ended, after this week's Impact ended, the system were getting together in the SCB to take off, and he goes, "Hey man, good job taking out I don't know who did he take
Ziggler.
out? He's
Ziggler.
good job taking out
Yeah,
Dolph, and no, he
yeah,
took out somebody else, and he goes, I didn't touch Dolph. I mean, I didn't touch Nick Nemeth.
yeah. Oh no,
And
he took out Mikey or something, right? Or
hold on, let me read
I
it.
don't know what they took out. I can't
No,
remember.
no. Here's what happened. Here's what they thought that one of each other took Dolph out.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then after they pull out, you see Frankie Kazarian standing against the wall with a
Oh,
cigar and
Santana.
saying fucking
Santana.
Mark.
He took out Santana.
Yeah, Santana. Yeah,
And then yeah, he goes, I didn't touch Dolph. I took out Santana, but I didn't
yeah.
touch Dolph. And then Moose is like, well, who did it then? And then the camera pans over to Frankie leaning against the wall, smoking a
Mhm.
cigar, going,
Yeah,
fucking Marks. And then he looks forward and he goes, what are you recording? And then the show ends, which is
yeah.
ominous, like somebody else is there taking people out. Maybe he's gonna take out Frankie next. I don't know, but that was interesting. I do gotta say.
I don't know. I don't know. Did Santana fight Frankie?
Yeah, Santana fought Frankie, but due to Dango interfering,
Interfering.
he got counted out. Santana was counted out.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Santana got counted out. So Frankie got to go. Yeah. That's what. Yeah, see, I told you it was just a long time ago, but I remember. And then we're gonna have this god awful match. I'm sorry, Sticks. I'm sorry. We're gonna have this god awful AJ Francis versus PCO bullshit that we're gonna have to sit through. Okay. Okay. No. Because we got to be fair, Sangria. As much as we shit on the next company, we got to talk about. We got to shit on shit when it happens on these fucking shows. Okay. We going to sit through AJ trash ass. Yeah, go away, nigga. We going to sit through AJ trash ass versus PC trash for one of these fucking titles that shouldn't even be in existence. Niggas just wearing a title that's not even real. We gonna have to watch this shit while this nigga PCO electrifies his nipples to get his dick hard like some fucking electricity blue chew to fuck this other bitch, and we gonna have to sit here and watch this dumb shit. Best thing AJ did was chokeslam a bitch through a table. He should have sexed it on fire. I'd have been thoroughly entertained. But no, we gonna have to sit through this shit. Fucking pissing me off. Ruining a great pay-per-view known as Slammiversary. Where you gonna put this trash up here? This better be in the pre-show. Only way it's gonna save this pay-per-view is if it's in the pre-show.
Me and Cesar, we watched Dine to Trash. I'm pretty sure we didn't partake in any other elite garbage this past week, but
I was just too busy this weekend.
there was Pac versus Brian kicked the show off. We had the Doctor with Tony getting disrespected by Sasha Botch. We had Jericho had Taz thrown out of the building.
Yep.
Jeff Jarrett versus the wild card, who turned out to be Hangman, who beat the fuck out of Jeff Jarrett, which I'm pretty sure the sheriff rubbed one out to.
The dog shit.
Main event was Danny Garcia versus Billy Goat Ospreay.
There's just 4 matches.
I'm just going over the basic highlights. I'm not going to go over every fucking thing. What do you remember and what do you want to talk about, Cesar?
The Hangman beat the dog shit out of Jeff Jarrett. Shit was good. That shit was good. Nigga,
Yeah.
that shit was good. Hangman's in the Owen. He's mad. Apparently he don't want to fuck with our illustrious leaders of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. I don't know why he doesn't want to like team up with them. But he was mad. Yeah, I guess he just wants to win the Owen and kill Swerve. Nigga did break into your house and play with your baby. So I'm not saying it's not warranted. Or I'm not saying I don't understand. But hey, shit happens, But he beat the dog shit out of Jeff Jarrett. And y'all know I fast forwarded through that Daniel Bryan bullshit because he probably looked like he had an injured neck for 20 minutes and still won the match. And
Exactly what happened.
Oh wow, shocker, nigga. What? Hold on. Where's my crystal ball? El Cesar knows what you hoes like to do. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. I ain't watching that trash.
Well, Sticks, you're the only one of us who watched the rest of the week's AEW programming. If you want to give us some highlights from that or something you want to talk about, Dynamite, go for it.
Trash, I will say this. Britt Baker on point with her cutting down Sasha Bosch. Basically, I'm just gonna say this. Her pointing out that they got a pipe in the crowd chanting CEO in her music. And when she says, I don't need that with my 3 letters because the crowd knows who I am. That was just beautiful. That was a masterclass. Britt Baker is the woman. If there is a women's division, there is, but very faintly, if there is a women's division, it's because that woman made that division. She basically ran it down. First woman to sign with AEW. First woman on the legit all in. Like before it was AEW all in. Before when it was just a pipe dream and four to five fucks is throwing money to make an all-star pay-per-view. She was the first woman on that. She ran down Sasha Botch. The crowd was in the palm of Britt Baker's hands. And they turned on Sasha like they should have. They booed her. They told her to shut the fuck up. They did. Sasha, live TV. And AEW for all the shit we give them, they didn't bleep it out like WWE does. They let that shit ride. They were like, fuck the FCC. We'll pay the fine. We pay the fine. Our owner has his daddy's black card. He'll swipe that. We're good for this week. I will talk about on Friday. We had Mariah May and Hikaru Shida and another women's Owen Cup match. Mariah won, so we're gonna get Mariah and Willow. Saturday, we had another men's. I think it was quarterfinals match. Jay White, my boy, and Hangman himself main evented Collision. It comes out, everything's riding up on. We get the grand entrance of the Bang Bang Gang. All 4 guys around the Owen Cup. They come out. Right before the match gets ready to start, the ring announcer says, by executive order of the EVPs, Juice Robinson and the Guns are to be escorted off the premises. So we gonna get Hangman and Jay White one-on-one. Jay White is pissed. Hangman is looking at Jay White saying, I didn't ask for this. I didn't say this. They escort him off.
Don't need to.
Fast forward. Captain Christian Cage cost Jay White the Owen match because we all know the patriarchy. They have some championships in their sight. They have the trios. And Christian Cage, in a promo before this, said, Jay White, you're losing sight of the championship you have, but I'm going to give you a bailout opportunity so that way you can focus on something outside of these trios. And he did. He cost Jay White the Owen, and now it furthers the rivalry we're going to have between the Bang Bang Gang, Guns Up, and the Patriarchy. So that's essentially what you boys missed on Friday and Saturday.
Christian Cage will bring those trios titles to prominence.
Do they still have 9?
Oh, it is?
Are there 9 fucking trios titles? Like they have 3 belts? Like each
it's ROH, AEW, and what?
AAA?
AAA?
Well, no. It's ROH, AEW, and then they had the fucking scissors, the acclaimed version of the trios championships.
Oh, they just stole those belts from the acclaimed when they had them.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but I will say this:
it's 2 belts, but basically they wear all 3.
Yeah. Collision opened up with MJF. He's back to MJF. He had the suit, the scarf, and basically said the reason why he did what he did to Danny Garcia is because he opened up to the fans, and the fans turned on him. Talked about how he had like ADHD, but also like a lot of the reasons why he didn't open up is because he has some kind of, I forget what he said, it was like rejection disorder. And he said that the fans, like after World's End, he turned in the dine trash that following Wednesday, and the crowd was saying, "Thank you, Joe." And that basically made MJF be like, oh, so I open up to you fucking marks. I let you in to the real MJF. And this is what I get. So that's what he basically said. Danny Garcia was his collateral damage. Like he calls out Will Ospreay, which Ospreay wasn't there. Says, Ospreay isn't an AEW for the right reasons. He only does matches because he wants to get praised by a guy named Meltzer. He wants to get ratings by a guy named Meltzer. But MJF, he does his matches for a guy named Nielsen, which basically says he does it for the ratings, for TV ratings. So that's what opened up Collision.
How many times did he say shit? Because it's an MJF promo.
That definitely is an MJF thing.
Actually, he didn't say it as much as he normally does.
That's some bullshit.
You didn't shit on WWE?
No.
Wow.
This nigga changing.
Evolution of MJF.
Look at that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Mike Concho, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, buddy.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best here on the tripod, and we give the biggest of ups to Stallion Pete.